You alright there? How you doing, Bright?
Alright, mate.
Right, so up to about 430 miles now. I've had the bike out over the last couple of days. Got a service due in about a week, and I have been doing my thoughts on the bike. I've bought myself a new Action 5 camera. Me and Brian invested in a bit better quality for the channel. I've been running through my thoughts on the bike. I've been running through how the bike acts, my first impressions. So I will put that video in now, and we will go from there.
Well, you want to get yourself an engine on that fella. That's going to be a bit rough going up there. Oh, my legs are perfectly fine going up here. Oh, someone's broke down. Let's move across. I would ordinarily help, but I am not pushing a 2-ton car up a steep bank like this. And I don't think the camera is really going to show how steep it is. It does get steeper the further up you go. Sort of like a pinch point here. This catches out a lot of people as it gets tighter and tighter as you're going up. But it's a good little corner to get your knee down, get them tyres scrubbed in. Beat a bit of the slow traffic coming up. And we'll just filter in here. Thank you, Golf. So the bike's grown on me. It felt like I've had the bike all my life. It's really nice. I feel really comfortable on it. It feels good between the legs, should we say. It feels big. The seat is still questionable. I'm still unsure about the seat. We will be getting the seat done. Purely just because it's just a bit of extra comfort. I do go on a few tours, and when I say tours, I don't mean Europe and this, that and the other. I mean a couple of one-nighters over in Scotland, one-nighters over in the Lake District. So hopefully we'll be able to bring some of them to you over the summer. Go to Hornet Pass and Snake Pass and things like that in the Lake District. They're not fast riding roads, they're not get your knee down roads, they're very much square your tyre off roads, but with very picturesque views. Ideally I could do with, say, a Tracer 9 or even a Tracer 7, something just to go around the scenic views, and especially going up to Scotland or something like that. It's about 300 miles, 325 miles to the start of the NY 500. It is a sort of bucket list thing I want to do, but riding 6 hours up there, you're going to have to ruin your back tyre getting there. It'll be squared off before you got. So it's not something I'm overly fussed on doing without actually buying a trailer. If there's anyone out there who knows any cheap trailer companies, as I can take my bike up there, attach it to the back of the car. So now we're just going on the Carlton Road. This is where we came up the other week and got a few little snapshots of us going around the corners, but that was only using our mobile phone and a poor drift camera. Absolutely fantastic. Can't fault the drift camera. Afternoon, sir. Nice little nod. Can't fault the drift camera for being a camera. It's not a vlogging camera. It'll get you there if you need it. But this Action 5, I think the picture quality on this is pretty spot on at the minute. I don't know what the sun's going to be doing, but as you can see, beautiful and open up here. I don't know what the sound quality is going to be like, whether it's going to be crackly or what, but apparently these minis are meant to be quite good. I do have the muffler on it. I haven't got the transmitter plugged into the DJI camera. A lot of reviews I've seen said that I didn't need it. So let's just see how this video turns out. So the tyres feel absolutely grippiest things I've ever had. I have only had Road 5s and I can't remember the first other one. I've only had a few sets of tyres. I'm relatively new to riding, as we said in the first videos, so these S22s just seem absolutely beautiful to have. I've got myself in a few tight corners and they've literally just dragged me round. Let's just knock this down a gear or two here. second gear, nothing coming, turn in, miss the apex completely, open her up, like I say, them bar end mirrors, we do need to fettle them slightly, because you give it any sort of power, even though that was only about a third of the power, it does just tend to move the mirrors slightly, and I mean slightly, nothing crazy. You can still see out of them, they don't wobble or anything like that. You just need to adjust them back to where you want them. So that is something else we're going to be getting back in the garage and getting that redone, and we'll bring that back to you if we get some decent footage from it. The suspension, I've ridden this road on numerous bikes, there's a few bips and bobs in it. The suspension's not set up yet, and the Öhlins front suspension, that TTX rear shock, with my 18 and a bit stone on a good day when I haven't eaten, is absolutely fantastic. I've ridden this road plenty of times, been bounced up and down and having to stop for sheep and this, that and the other. Obviously it's not the right time of year for the sheep yet, because they're all down in the valleys now, all getting prepped for the little lambs coming. So give it the height of summer and we'll do this run again, and you'll be able to see how many sheep and lambs, and you can always guarantee on them Brembos coming into the scene, because they do just love darting about. Little chap afternoon. So I've got no one behind me, just give the brakes a little dab and they are absolutely fantastic. I do have to say though that the rear brake is a lot better than I thought it was going to be with just having that Nissan rear caliper. Obviously rear brakes aren't there to be doing much, but it is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Now that I've done 390 miles nearly now, it has bedded in quite well, and you do get a good bite off it. It's good at rubbing the speed off in the corners. But going over that cattle grid, you didn't even feel the bumps. I have to admit, it is absolutely beautiful, the setup on this, and I haven't even had it properly set up yet. So it probably is on the soft side. Afternoon, sir. Nice Triumph there, looked like a street triple. Wasn't screaming, but it was very nice. So we come down into a little village here, dab of the back brake. Like I say, that back brake's pretty spot on. Front brakes are fantastic. One thing I have noticed though is I haven't grabbed the brakes in anger. I haven't had to use them in anger. I haven't had to do anything particularly harsh with them. And on occasion I've grabbed them and it has been maybe a tad damp, not like today, bone dry on the ground, and the ABS hasn't kicked in. But, oh, some little sheepies, hello. And like I said, I haven't grabbed them in anger. The ABS hasn't kicked in, but I've had people coming straight over my comms. Why have you put your hazards on? So the hazard lights do cut in rather quick on this, which is a little bit strange. I don't know if there's a sensitivity section. Like I say, we went through that and I couldn't see anything. So if there's anything that you can suggest, put in the comments. Is there a setting I need to change for it? Then we'll have a little look at that. Oh, I cannot wait till we get that exhaust on this bike. We've got a plan. We know what to do with those server cables. Get the first service out the way. We are going to put the exhaust on, get it all ready, trimmed up, run it for a quick spruce round the corner. Baffle in or baffle out, we haven't decided yet. We don't know until it comes. Well, it is here already, as you've probably seen, but we don't know what it's going to sound like on full chap. And we're going to assess to see whether there's any warning lights come on. We've in talks with a couple of dyno centres and tuners who are quite eager to get hold of the bike. I'm not overly fond of giving anything to someone when it's brand new and let them fettle about with it. So that's one of the other reasons why we're taking our time with it. We just want to get all the information that's out there, and we want to be able to do right by the bike. Obviously, spent £10,000 on the bike, if not a little bit more now, with the little extras that we put on, and I don't particularly fancy having to tell the missus, by the way, I'm paying X amount of money for this bike and I can't ride it because the engine's blown up and I need to buy a £4,000 engine off Honda. Oh, technically I could just find a crash damaged, nearly had me there, found a crash damaged Fireblade from 2017 and just slip the engine in, give me a couple of extra horsepowers, but I imagine it would act exactly the same because that's what the engine is overall. 2017 Fireblade, 2019. So we're just coming out of Carlton, and I don't think it's called Carlton actually, I can't remember the name of it. If I find out what it is I may put it on the screen, but I'm not overly fussed. I don't know who decides to make these roads 60 miles an hour or who's got the bottle to do 60 on them. I think 40 mile an hour is more than adequate on them. Obviously you do have the fire breathers who love coming down these, but they're not. Oh. With a flick of the wrist to get up there. Oh, a little wheelie, a little lift to the front wheel there. That's one thing I have noticed in this. I haven't given it full beans yet. Obviously, like I keep on saying, the first service isn't due yet. But one thing I have noticed, is that I was just concentrating on that junction there. You never know where people are coming flying from round here. A lot of people doing their weekend drivers, Sunday drivers on a Saturday. So, like I was saying, 4th gear, 3rd gear, 3/4 revs. It does like to pull that wheel up if you're not over the top of it. I've been speaking to Bri about that because of his MT10. He got, oh, seen some GGs there. Let's just turn the engine off. One thing I like about this time of year is that sun's out. I've sort of got the summer gear on. There's no flies about, which is great. If my visor would stay up, but it doesn't, it's one of them safety visors.
Right guys, thanks for watching so far. I'm going to make this nice and quick for you. Got loads of cyclists shaking their heads at us going past us. So yeah, there were my thoughts. Honda owners out there, Honda Hornet owners at the same stage as me, let me know what your thoughts are, if you agree or disagree. And I've got the exhaust video coming shortly after we get the first service out the way next week. So we will be looking at that. Won't be an in-depth video. It'll just be us basically taking it off, putting it on, and getting it running and bringing the thunder. So stay tuned, like and subscribe, and like always, get in the comments.